What is up, you guys? My name is Rachel Graham, and I'm a registered nurse, a digital creator, and a mom. And today I'm doing something a little different. I am filming outside, and I'm at the hospital right now. I'm on my 15-minute break because I've got to get these videos in, right? So it's something a little different, cool little background. So today what I'm going to be talking about is sweeteners, artificial sweeteners. So for those of you that are thinking about switching to like diet soda, or instead of doing natural like cane sugar, you want to go into like erythritol or something like that, sucralose, things of that nature, I want you to think twice, because you could actually be sabotaging your gut health. And I think a lot of us know about this and like the relationship between artificial sweeteners and bloating. And this could also be a reason why your metabolism, your immune system, and even your mood are actually off track. And this is something that breaks my little heart, because I love me some erythritol. So what are artificial sweeteners? So artificial and sugar alcohol sweeteners are in basically everything from protein powders to yogurt. Like, those ones are baffling to me. Obviously 0-calorie sodas, like, we know that there's got to be an artificial sweetener in there, but something like yogurt, it's like, dang, man. So here's some of the common ones: sucralose, which is also known as Splenda, and erythritol, which is a sugar alcohol that's often labeled as natural because it's found in fruits in trace amounts. But in food products, it's actually industrially processed. So this is annoying, because the marketing, it tells us that these are healthier alternatives to sugars, but realistically, our gut microbiome says something different. So what happens with our gut microbiome disruption? So it's not just digestion that happens there, it's actually home of like trillions and trillions of microbes that help regulate immunity, brain health, weight, and even inflammation. So this is a very delicate ecosystem, and artificial sweeteners can really throw this off. So I think a lot of us know that sucralose is not really a great choice. Splenda, the one in the yellow packet, that's one that I've stayed away from personally. We know this reduces healthy gut bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacteria, and it also promotes the overgrowth of harmful bacteria. It alters our pH balance, which is actually making your gut more acidic. So that's a breeding ground for dysbiosis. So it's problematic, you guys. I am on a coffee break. Okay, so erythritol. This one is less studied, but it's now under fire. A 2023 study linked erythritol to increased blood clot risk and cardiovascular events. It might bypass digestion, ferment in the gut, and feed gas-producing bacteria. So that's where you get the bloating, gas, and diarrhea. So even small disruptions can actually trigger irritable bowel syndrome symptoms, leaky gut, and chronic inflammation. And that's very upsetting to me, because honestly, you guys, I eat a lot of erythritol. Like, in a lot of the keto products, erythritol is like a main contender. So blood sugar and insulin confusion. So this part is pretty crazy. Like, even though these sweeteners don't spike your blood sugar directly, your body may still react as if it had real sugar. It's like, seriously? Like, I'm so passionate about sharing this today, because I have been completely like blindsided by this as well. Your taste buds, they do signal sweet. That does tell your pancreas to prepare for glucose. So that's a miscommunication, right? So then insulin's going to be released when it's not actually needed. And then you're going to have the blood sugar crash, and your increased sugar cravings will happen later on. So this can mess with those hunger cues, and it can actually lead to overeating, which is the opposite of what most people want, obviously. And then the metabolic effects and weight gain that can happen. Long-term consumption of artificial sweeteners is linked to weight gain, not loss. Oh my gosh, why? Well, because you may crave more sugar. You might overeat because your body's simply confused. Your gut flora, which help regulate metabolism, is disrupted. So these guilt-free sweeteners could actually be fueling your weight gain. Seriously, I'm annoyed. I'm like really annoyed, because I want to be able to enjoy something that's sweet. And you might be saying, okay, there is things that are sweet that aren't artificial sweeteners and like regular cane sugar. I know, but like when you've been told that erythritol is good and it's okay, and then all of a sudden we're finding out like, actually it's not, that's really annoying to me. So brain and mood impacts. Did you know your gut makes over 90% of your serotonin? That's pretty crazy. So when artificial sweeteners damage the gut lining and the microbiome, that can affect your mood, focus, and energy. Makes sense. So some studies actually suggest that there's links between artificial sweeteners and anxiety, brain fog, and depression-like symptoms. I'm not having any erythritol in my coffee today. And it kind of sucks. Like, it's hard drinking coffee without sweetener, man. Like, I struggle with it. In some people, these artificial sweeteners trigger headaches and or migraines. So here's where things get really kind of unfortunate. What about the beverages that are marketed as diet, 0 sugar? Or what about keto friendly? This is the one that really pisses me off. Keto friendly, like I did keto. And you're supposed to be like, really like, if you're eating something that says it's labeled for keto, you should be okay. But they can actually be really, really bad, like really bad. So here's some of the canned drinks with the worst sweeteners. We already know diet soda, okay? We know that. Coke Zero, Diet Pepsi, etc. Like if it says no sugar, it's probably bullshit. If it's a soda, like come on. So common sweeteners would be aspartame, Ace-K, Sucralose. Those are some common ones that you can find in those diet ones. So these sweeteners disrupt the microbiota. They may trigger the insulin response I was referring to, and they're linked to mood changes and migraines. Studies show that these drinks may contribute to weight gain and not weight loss, like we mentioned before. It's worth mentioning again. What about energy drinks like Monster Zero, Red Bull sugar-free, or Bang? I've drank a lot of Bangs in my time. I drank a lot of Red Bull too, but that was like the OG Red Bull. So, and then erythritol, of course. And so why are these things bad? So the combination of artificial sweeteners and caffeine increases stress on your gut and your nervous system. So for example, sucralose and Ace-K are both linked to gut bacteria suppression and inflammation. And what about those healthy sparkling waters, like flavored 0-calorie brands like Ice, Zevia, and some Olipop flavors? Yeah, so they have common sweeteners like sucralose in the Ice, stevia and erythritol combo in the Zevia. See, that one really threw me for a loop, you guys. Sometimes allulose or monk fruit. It's like, oh my God, don't get me going about monk fruit now. Oh my God. So it's like, well, why is it bad? Well, Zevia, for example, uses stevia and erythritol. Like, why couldn't you just use stevia? Now we know erythritol is garbage. So that may cause bloating and gas. And then sparkling ice uses sucralose, which is like literally one of the worst ones for your microbiome. What about the protein waters or fitness drinks like Gatorade Zero, Body Armor Light? I've had a couple Body Armor Lights in my time, like the peach, I think it's peach, I don't know, peach something. It's really good. They have common sweeteners like sucralose and Ace-K. So why are they bad? Because it's annoying. They're marketed to athletes. They're marketed to people that want to be healthy, but they actually may contain these sweeteners that may increase gut permeability, like leaky gut, and disturb your electrolyte balance when consumed frequently. And the thing is about these beverages is we get attached to them. You have your coffee in the morning and then a bubbler in the afternoon, because that's what I did. And then here we are, the keto or collagen canned drinks under various names have the common sweeteners, erythritol, monk fruit, allulose. They are sometimes blended with sucralose and stevia. So erythritol in large amounts can cause digestive distress, bloating, cramping, diarrhea, especially in sensitive individuals. And some clean-looking cans actually blend these natural sweeteners with hidden sucralose or the Ace-K. So you think you're like, oh, I'm doing great, I'm only having stevia. It'll like say stevia on the can, but then on the back it'll say sucralose, erythritol, and stevia. So it's a whole lot of garbage. It's a whole lot of BS. So sucralose, potassium, Ace-K, aspartame, erythritol in high amounts, Malitol, Sorbitol, Xylitol, other sugar alcohols under that category. So I had mentioned before, bubbler. Sorry, it feels like I have like a spider web on my face. I don't know what's going on. My nose is like itchy because of it. Maybe there's like an actual insect. I don't know. I'll have to watch this back and see. So bubbler is a popular sparkling antioxidant water that markets itself as a better for you energy drink. It's literally one of my favorite beverages. I consume it probably 3 days a week in the afternoon. So what's in it? Apparently it's naturally flavored, which is a whole other can of worms I'm not going to go into in this video. It does contain caffeine from green tea, and it's packed with antioxidants like vitamin A and B and vitamins, and it has no sugar. Okay, so what makes it taste sweet then? Sucralose and erythritol. I don't know, man. I thought erythritol was okay. I truly thought it was okay. Like, I literally learned from doing research for this video that erythritol is not okay. So that's fantastic. And I'm sharing this with you guys because I have literally cold turkey cut myself off of erythritol, like straight up. And you know what I was doing actually? You know, I said I didn't do Splenda. Well, when I'm at work, there's a coffee stand that only has either Splenda or cane sugar, and I always just do the Splenda because it's like I thought that it was a little bit better than the cane sugar. No, it's not. And you know what? When I think back, I have been experiencing bloating. I really have, you guys. So I'm cutting out erythritol, and I'm gonna see if I feel any different. So the whole 2023 study that linked the elevated blood erythritol levels to increased cardiovascular risk, like, that's really sketchy. And obviously they still need more studies on that one, but like, even just to have a little like tiny taste that could be a potential, well, it is a link, is literally terrifying. So are these beverages better than soda? Yes. Are they gut friendly? No. Is there other things that could, potential issues that can arise from drinking these other types of beverages? Yeah. Is Bubbler better than Monster? Yes. Because it doesn't have high fructose corn syrup. But like, if you're literally trying to lose weight, you're trying to feel better, you want to heal your gut, you want to manage your IBS, you want to improve your microbiome diversity, just literally don't drink these beverages. Like, we need to stick to like coffee and like, what do you do for creamer? I don't know. Almond milk? Almond milk. That's probably the best thing to do. A little bit of honey, some maple syrup, and you can do stevia. Stevia is still in the clear as of this video's filming. I don't know the date. It's July 20-something, 2025. So as of right now, stevia leaf is a whole leaf, not processed extracts, that one. Monk fruit is still fine in its natural form, and then raw honey or maple syrup in small amounts is still okay. So, or we can just like stop adding sugar to literally everything and try to train our taste buds to not need sugar. So that might be something I'm gonna work towards, but I don't really know if I can do it. So as of now, I'm just going to just do the stevia, and you know what? I can't do Truvia, my Truvia packets, because they have erythritol in them, legit. Anyways, that's enough for me. I'm going back inside. I hope you have a fantastic day. And remember, your gut is like your second brain. Artificial sweeteners can really destroy your second artificial brain. Artificial brain? Your second brain. Artificial sweeteners can destroy your second brain. So we don't want that. We want our first brain and our second brain to stay intact. So let's quit the artificial sweeteners. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.